Good evening to you, wherever you may be on the internet. We are having some difficulties in terms of our radio broadcasts here locally, but we've been told we can broadcast to you on the internet. So welcome back to the ballpark. I'm Hulk Holcomb, along with my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer. We're ready for the second of a three-game set between the Crabs and the PUF Caps. Last night's ball game was a thriller, Benjamin.
Sure was a 12-inning game. The Capitalists ending up winning after 12. And some exciting play, some great play on the. I have to say, the Capitalists really acquitted themselves well in terms of the fundamentals last night. They played great defense. They laid down bunts when they needed to. They outplayed the Crabs.
The winning rally in the 12th inning was precipitated by a no out, runners at first and second, nobody out, a two-strike sacrifice bunt that moved the lead runner to third. The next batter, fly ball to center field, sacrifice fly scored him. The Crabs went down meekly in the bottom of the 12th, and that was it. A 6-5 loss, and it was one of those games again where the Crabs got all their runs in one inning. 5 runs in the third inning, and after that zeros.
Well, they were also out hit 11-5 last night.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
11-6,
the department they won last night was one you don't want to win, and that was miscues.
Yeah, 5 errors for the Crabs last night.
And the PUF Caps played errorless ball. If you weren't with us last night and you're not familiar with this team, the PUF Caps represent players who have just graduated from high school, but all of them are going to Division I schools in the fall on a scholarship, on an athletic scholarship. So these are very accomplished ball players, obviously going to places like Cal and Stanford and Arizona, Texas, Kansas, Washington. So they're going to some top flight D1 schools. They're young, but last night at least they outplayed the Crabs, quite simply.
Yes, they did.
Let me give you the lineup for the visiting PUF Caps. That's Pacific Union Financial Capitalists is what their abbreviation stands for. Leading off is right fielder Matthew Acosta. Hitting second and left field, Maverick Handley. Batting third at shortstop, Javier Valdez Jr. Batting cleanup, and he's the guy who killed the Crabs last night, Andrew Doshbach. Batting fifth at second base, Nicholas Quintana. Then comes the center fielder, Dominic Fletcher. Batting seventh and doing the catching, James Free the second. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Rogelio Reyes, who was last night's starting pitcher. Batting ninth at third base, Alejandro Lara. And on the mound for the PUF Caps tonight, Jack Little. And we'll see if we can get some information on Jack. And now the lineups for our Humboldt Crabs. Here's Benjamin.
Thanks, Hoke. David Hamilton will be at second base tonight and lead off. Logan Bush in right field bats second. James Altman in left field bats third. And Jason Newman at first base will be the cleanup hitter. Michael Perry will be at shortstop and bat fifth. Ryan Reynolds at third base bats sixth. Nick Warren will be the DH and bat seventh. Jacob Thurber will be the catcher and bat eighth. Mason Cirillo in center field bats ninth. And it'll be Aaron Herr on the mound for the Crabs. Herr comes in with a record, an excellent record of 5-2, an ERA of 1.84, 44 innings pitched, 15 walks, 31 strikeouts.
All right, we're about ready for our national anthem.
It's canned national anthem.
It's canned.
Tonight.
I don't know if we can even pick that up.
No band here tonight. We're just playing a recording of the national anthem.
Yeah, I don't think we can pick it up.
I don't think we
need
can
to
either.
be disrespectful to the flag or anything, but I don't think we can get it up here.
Fairly quiet night, Saturday night. Last night we had over 900 people here. Tonight it's going to be fewer than that.
But there's still a
and
number
some
of
people
folks
still coming in, but still lots of space. And if you're thinking about coming on out, it's a beautiful night. And it should be a very exciting ball game. So if you're at home and you're listening and you're thinking about it, I would urge you to get up and come on out.
There's not that much time left this weekend.
No, there isn't.
A couple of midweek games next week, and then a 4-game tournament to end the season.
And the
Thursday,
tournament,
Friday,
we don't
Saturday,
even know how
Sunday.
long the Crabs are going to be in that. I mean, that's all weekend, right? So there's no elimination as far as.
Yeah, I think what it is the.
We can guarantee the Crabs are going to be playing every day, though. Is that?
They'll be playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we go into the.
Oh, we don't know about
rounds.
Sunday. Okay.
Well, they're going to play Sunday because they got to
That's
play.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. So we can guarantee they're going to play every day.
Yeah. The question is, are they going to play twice on Sunday?
Right.
All right. The Crabs are in their traditional home white uniforms with the red lettering on the red numerals on the back and red lettering Crabs on the front. The visiting PUF Caps Their uniform's a little different tonight, aren't they? Darker? Weren't they green?
They're wearing
last
black
night?
tonight. They were wearing green last night.
Yeah, that is a black tops and the gray slacks. On the mound for the Crabs, as Benjamin said, is Aaron Herr, and I think he had one of his rougher outings in his last start. In fact, I think he got a loss the last time
he did get a loss
pitched.
the last time he pitched.
But he comes in with very fine statistics and a fine record of 5-2.
I would say it's still pretty much although Junior Davis now at 2-0 with 1.60, but Herr's 5-2 with, so he's had more starts than Davis as well.
Well, the pitching for the Crabs this year has been excellent.
It sure has. They come in with a team ERA of 2.89. In fact, I think only two or three of the runs last night were earned. Only 3 of the runs last night were earned, and that's what errors will do for you.
We are going to have
you.
We're going to have yeah, to you. We're going to have a guest with us after the 3rd inning or 4th inning, and that is our old friend Don Hofacker, who umpires here, and we'll get a chance to get his views, the umpire's look at the ball game. Let me set the Crabs for you defensively as Aaron Herr takes his warm-up pitches. It'll be Jacob Thurber moving from first base last night to behind the plate, so Thurber in the crouch will be doing the catching. Jason Newman at first base. Dave Hamilton moves over to second tonight. It'll be Michael Perry at shortstop and Ryan Reynolds back at the hot corner at third base. In the outfield, James Outman in left. Mason Cirillo will be in center, and Logan Bush will be the right fielder. As Benjamin said, it's a lovely evening for baseball. A lot of sunshine, blue skies, a little bit of haze.
Honestly,
I guess that's fog.
If it's not pouring rain, it's a lovely evening for baseball.
There you go. That's
but
right.
tonight's a particularly lovely evening for baseball.
Now, that is some fog hanging out by the mountains, right? So we may get fogged in a little later tonight. We'll have to see.
In July, it tends to get fairly warm, and then we get fog in the evening. And we'll see.
Yeah.
Usually it starts to roll in by now, though, if it's going to come.
Well, something's hanging out there.
Yeah, I know it's haze. There's definitely some haze.
Yeah. And that haze is fog, right? We don't have the S word up here. Smog.
It's not smog, no. And it's not smoke.
No. Once in a while we'll have smoke. We will have smoke from fires.
Yeah, we do get fires. There's a big fire raging down in, I guess, Big Sur, which is terrible
horrible.
tragedy.
Yeah, really sad. All right, we're ready to go. Leading off for the PUF Caps will be Matthew Acosta.
1 for 6 with a run scored in last night's game.
I think he led off with a hit, didn't he, last night?
Well, he got aboard on an error, I think.
Oh,
he got
you're
aboard
right.
an error by Hamilton last night.
That's right. You're absolutely correct. Left-handed hitter, the right-hander Herr rocks into the windup and the pitch, and it's hit in the air to center field, coming over hard and diving forward and
nice
making the catch. A fine running catch by Mason Cirillo to start this ball game off. Whoa. One down. Boy, that was the fielding play of the night. First play of the ball game, and a fine running catch.
Nice diving catch.
As he was moving toward the left fielder and dove for it and came up with it.
He got a good jump on it, too, but still had to make a dive to catch it.
Here's Maverick Handley. He was the catcher last night. He is playing left field this evening, and he takes a breaking ball a bit inside, 1-0.
He was 0 for 4 with a run scored last night.
The 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses away, 2-0. I always have a list of favorite names of incoming ball players, and Maverick's got to be in the top 10 this year. That's a great
good
first
name.
name. Here's the 2-0. Fastball away, 3 balls and no strike. I think the best ever for a visiting player was Sterling Champagne.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was just amazing. 3-0 the count to Handley. Automatic is right down the chute. It's 3-1. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Herr gets the sign from Thurber. And the 3-1 pitch. High pop-up on the infield. Oh, actually, short outfield. Shortstop going out. It's the center fielder coming in, and Mason Cirillo gets his second put out of the evening. A high fly ball into very shallow center field. 2 down, and that'll bring up Javier Valdez Jr.
0 for 6 last night.
That's you get an 0 for 4, you feel bad, but an 0 for 6. Ouch.
He struck out, I think, 3 times. Well, at least 2 times. I don't know if it's 3.
I'll check
he
it
struck
out
at least a couple of times.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah,
That's what I
the
thought.
hat trick. Right-handed batter. Her comes home with the pitch and misses wide, 1-0. I don't think we gave you the umpires. John Swanson calling balls and strikes. Michael Cowan at first base, and Justin Islas moves over to third after being the home plate umpire last night. Pitch is fouled back onto the screen. The count is even at a ball and a strike to Javier Valdez Jr. We're just underway at the ballpark. Plenty of time to get out here and enjoy some baseball, the summer game. Not too many games left.
Yep, soon it'll be time for school to start.
Breaking ball in there for a call, strike 2.
I'll come by here every day on the bus, and it'll be totally empty.
Yeah. Gee, you're making me feel sad already. We still got some baseball to watch. Brings up the S word, school. Her now takes a little too long, and Valdez Jr. gets a momentary break in the action. Here we go. Her's 1-2 offering. Breaking ball is hit down to the third baseman Reynolds or Ryan on one hop. Ryan throws him out, and quickly the Puff Caps are gone in the first inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and at the end of half an inning, it's the Puff Caps nothing, and the Crabs coming to bat. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. So we know nothing about Jack Little, except that he's a big guy, 6'4", 205 pounds, and he's going to go to Stanford. All
We
right.
might as well go back, though. We can go back anytime we want, and that's like right now.
Let's do it. On the mound, a right-hander, 6'4". He's listed at 205 pounds. He sure doesn't look that heavy. Big, tall right-hander. Named Jack Little. He'll be going to Stanford in about a month. He'll be pitching to James Free II. In the infield, Andrew Doshbach at first base, Nicholas Quintana, the second baseman. Javier Valdez Jr. at short, and Alejandro Lara at third base. The outfield from left to right, Maverick Handley, Dominic Fletcher, and Matthew Acosta. Stepping in for the Crabs will be the second baseman, Dave Hamilton.
0 for 5 last night with an RBI.
And the first pitch to him misses down low, 1-0.
Batting .299.
Oh, we just fell under 300, huh?
Yep.
With that 0 for 5. The 1-0 pitch to him. Fouls it off to the left and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. How many batters do we have now over 300?
Only 2. James Outman and Michael Perry.
Okay. But a number hovering around that mark, aren't there?
Yeah, Newman's at 299. Dave Hamilton's 299. Bush is at 294.
Ground ball foul. First base coach. Bersinger, drops it. Air on the coach. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hamilton. Bottom of the first inning, we're scoreless. It'll be Hamilton, Bush, and Outman here in the home half of the first. Little's 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into left center field. Left fielder moving back. He's under it, and he makes the catch. So Handley gathers in Hamilton's fly ball into medium depth left field. One down, and that'll bring up Logan Bush, the right fielder.
Bush was 0 for 1 last night. He came in as a defensive replacement and only had a single at bat. He's batting .294.
Left-handed hitter. And the pitch to him. Called strike, fastball at the knees, 0-1. He spells his name B-U-S-C-H, Bush. Little's 0-1. Taken down low, a ball and a strike. Infield back all the way around. Little's 1-1 offering. Way outside with a fastball, high and outside. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. That's hit in the air to left field, moving back on it to the warning track. Dives, he's not going to get it. It's up against the wall on a bounce. Rounding first and hitting for second is Bush, and he's in there with a stand-up double. An effort by Handley out in left field. Just couldn't get to it. Dove at it, didn't get it, and it bounced up against the wall.
Ball was slicing away from him. It was not hit all that hard. It just kind of lifted it out there, and it began to slice toward the left field line. No way the Handley could get to it.
Krabs now with a runner in scoring position. 1 down, and here's James Outman.
Leading the Krabs, batting .380. .472 on base percentage. Slugging .553. 31 RBIs. 12 doubles.
So we'll see Little now from the stretch. Back foot on the rubber, gets the sign from Free. A look back at second. The pitch to Outman is low with a fastball, 1-0.
He also leads the team with 27 walks.
One and 0 to James Outman. Bush at second base with 1 gone. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, 1-1. One and 1 to Outman.
Just learned that last night was Logan Denholm's last game with the Krabs.
Oh no.
He's headed off to go back to school.
Ground ball foul down the third base line. So the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Well, we certainly enjoyed having Logan here. We enjoy all the players that are sent to provide us a wonderful summer. Thanks again to the parents who let their young men come up here and give us a great summer of baseball.
Logan had an interesting summer.
The 1-2 pitch, fastball away.
He only batted .200, but he slugged .418 because he had 5 homers and 5 doubles among his 22 hits.
He had a big hit last night.
Yeah, so he hit for power.
Who's that guy for the Dodgers? Peterson, right? His hit's about .235 and hits the ball all over the ballpark. Peterson.
Jock Peterson?
Yeah. Fastball is high. And the count goes full now to James Outman. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, the cleanup hitter, Jason Newman. Little, a long look into Free. He's set at the belt. The payoff. No, he goes back to second base, and they got him. He picks off Logan Bush.
Yikes.
At second base.
Well, yet another out on the base pass for the Krabs. I don't think I've seen a Krabs team make as many, get picked off as often and as many outs on the base pass as this team has. It's like they get out there and they just fall asleep. I don't know.
Well, they had 5 runs in that big third inning last night. All 3 outs were made on the bases.
Yeah.
So they could have had, a really big inning.
Yeah.
Really big inning. The 3-2 pitch is fouled off to the left and out of play, so we'll do it again.
I mean, that wasn't even close.
Shortstop snuck behind Bush, and the throw was a good one. He was out by plenty. Again, the 3-2 pitch. On one hopper to the shortstop, he knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first for the out. Nice play on a hard hit ball.
That almost knocked him down.
Off the bat of Outman, yes. So the Crabs, no runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left, and at the end of an inning complete, we're scoreless. You listen to Crabs Baseball on the internet.
All right, well, we're back. We're still not on the radio. So if you're on the radio, if you're listening on the radio and you can't hear us, that's why.
I guess there's something on that station now, but apparently the engineer's not there, so we're, I guess the...
No, we're about to go on any minute, it looks like. We're calling now.
Well, we're trying to get on. All right, here we go. Top of the second inning, the middle of the order for the PUF Caps to face Aaron Herr. And leading off is Andrew Doshbach. What did he do last night?
He brutalized us
he
last night.
Had 3 singles and a double. His single led off the 12th inning, and he scored the winning run.
All right, we are on the radio now.
All right, we'll get you up to date in just a second. The first pitch to Doshbach is a called strike 1. We missed the first inning, and neither side scored. The Crabs had a double, but the man who had the 2-base hit, Logan Bush, was picked off second base. So each pitcher has faced the minimum number of 3 batters. Doshbach takes a curveball from Herr outside to count 1-1. So in the second inning for the PUF Caps, it'll be Doshbach, Quintana, and Fletcher.
Crabs defensively, Herr is pitching, Thurber catching. Newman's at first, Hamilton's at second tonight.
Swing and a miss, big cut. Doshbach comes up empty. It's 1-2.
Reynolds is at third, Perry at short, Outman in left, Cirillo in center, and Logan Bush is out in right field.
A ball and 2 strikes to Doshbach. Right-hander versus right-handed hitter. Herr gets the sign from Thurber. Kicks and deals. Ground ball to the second baseman. Up with it is Hamilton. On a couple of hops, he throws to first. 1 down. That'll bring up Nicholas Quintana.
1 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored last night.
Right-handed hitting second sacker. Quintana will be heading to U of A, the University of Arizona, in about a month. And the pitch to him is a fastball high, 1-0. So Logan Denholm has left, has to get back. It's a little early, isn't it, to head back? Some schools, I guess, starting very soon. Curveball is popped foul and out of play. A ball and a strike. So it'll be now exclusively Nick Warren and Jacob Thurber doing the catching for the Crabs. A ball and a strike to Quintana. The pitch. That's fouled off to the right, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Quintana. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball.
Oh.
Just misses.
Oh, Rick. What are you looking at,
Curveball just outside. And the count even at 2. That looked pretty good from up here. The 1-2, or the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. First strikeout of the ball game for her. 2 down in the second inning for the PUF Caps.
No thanks to you,
And that'll bring up Dominic Fletcher. Let's see. Dominic Fletcher last night.
2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored.
All right. Fletcher, left-handed hitter. And the pitch swings at a pitch around his shoe top. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count to Fletcher. And the pitch. Ground ball hit down to the first baseman. Newman will toss to the pitcher. Her covering, and that'll do it for the PUF Caps in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the end of an inning and a half. We're scoreless. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Benjamin shaved. He's all
Yes,
clean
I did.
facey. He looks about 20 years younger. Puts him back in the teen
Really,
years.
we're that
here.
easy.
Here's Jason Newman to lead it off, right-handed hitting first baseman.
Newman comes in batting .299. He was 1 for 4 with a run scored in last night's game.
Right-hander versus right-hander. Little rocks into the windup, and his pitch to Newman is low and away with a fastball, 1-0. Newman will be followed by Michael Perry and Ryan Reynolds.
All the music in the ballpark tonight is money-themed in honor of the Capitalists.
Very good. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 2-0.
I don't know if anybody here will notice, but Tim went to quite a bit of trouble to create that playlist. We also had one for the Stone. What was that team called? The Rocks or whatever? The Pebbles?
Rockhounds.
The Rockhounds.
Yeah.
It was all rock-related songs last week.
The 2-0 pitch misses, so 3 consecutive balls. Jason Newman maybe taking a pitch or two here. Crabs had a runner at second base. with 1 out in the first inning, but he was picked off. The 3-0 pitch, right down the heart of the plate, 3-1. Newman, Perry, and Reynolds in the Crabs' second inning. The 3-1 misses outside with a fastball, and the Crabs have the leadoff batter aboard here in the home half of the second inning, and that'll bring up Michael Perry, who per capita in terms of at-bats is probably one of the biggest long ball threats we have.
Well, he leads the club in slugging at 630. The next closest guy is Outman at 553, so that tells you something.
630, that's impressive.
He's got 6 home runs and 8 doubles in 92 at-bats. So out of his 32 hits, 14 have been for extra bases.
The pitch to him is hit a long way to left field. The left
Foul.
fielder going back, and it is a foul ball. He got all of it, but got a little too much in front of it. Strike one. A long strike.
That made it all the way out to the northbound lane of 101.
Oh, that was a shot. But it's just a long strike. 0-1 the count now. Newman takes his lead at first, held there by Doshbach.
The wind is blowing in that direction a little bit.
That pitch is fouled back onto the screen. Big cut by Perry. He's behind now. 0-2. Little has already picked off a runner at second base, so Newman may be a little careful at first. Newman edging off. The pitch. High fly ball into shallow right field. Second baseman going out, and he doesn't make the catch, but it's in foul territory, just foul. So the second baseman, the first baseman, and the right fielder all converged. I believe the second baseman got a glove on it.
Quintana and Doshbach collided over there, I think, just as the Quintana was reaching for it.
Yeah. So it's another just
exciting
a
foul
couple
ball.
exciting foul balls here. Isn't anyone sponsoring these foul balls tonight? Gee, many Christmas. 0-2 to Michael Perry.
I'm pretty sure Harper Motors sponsors the foul balls and the home runs here.
Well, there's several
Sometimes the
foul
time
ball
standard.
sponsors, yeah.
Time standards.
Breaking ball misses away, 1-2. Perry wears number 22 on his Crabs jersey, right-handed hitter. Little's 1-2 pitch. Perry fouls it at the plate. We'll do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. We're scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. Crabs with a leadoff walk. Jason Newman at first base, and the count of ball and 2 strikes to Michael Perry. Little at the set. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball is hit foul, hit hard, but foul. Again, out in front of that pitch. So remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. At the set. The pitch. Curveball again hit hard, foul.
He's in front of him. He's in front of that one.
Catcher now going to go out and have a brief conversation with Little.
Shout out to Josie Cunningham. Happy 8th birthday, Josie. Enjoy your day. Love your family and friends. Happy birthday, Josie.
A ball and 2 strikes to Michael Perry. Perry making Little pitch. Fouling some off. Little a long look into free, and the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit hard and foul again. He's out in front.
That one hit the light standard and bounced all the way back into the field.
Did it really? Oh,
Yeah.
my, I see that now, yeah. That was well foul.
He's way out in front of these pitches. He's making contact, but he's
Yep.
just yanking them all foul. I wouldn't be surprised if he sees a fastball here.
I think he'd be happy. Let's see it. Here's the 1-2. It is a fastball, and he lices it into center field. Center fielder comes over. He's not going to get it. Bounces in front of him. Throws it back into the infield, and it gets away from the shortstop. So Perry makes it into second base. We'll call it a double. The throw from the outfield was not good, but you can't call it an error. I mean, Perry was
headed for second anyway.
Towards second.
He would have made it to second.
The Crabs now with runners at second and third, nobody out. So I thought Michael might be looking for the heater, and he got it, and he slammed it into center field. Here's Ryan Reynolds, switch hitting third baseman with 2 men in scoring position and nobody out in the Crabs' second inning.
It was not a good location for that fastball. It was right out over the plate.
Yep.
It would make sense to throw him a fastball after all those curves, but.
The pitch misses wide, 1-0. Little working from the stretch. The infield is back, so they'll give up a run for an out. Little back foot on the rubber. Now he's ready. The 1-0 to Reynolds. Long shot to center field. That's going to score a run. Center fielder Fletcher is there. He makes the catch. Both runners tag, but now the runner at the second decides to go back. A good throw from the center fielder Fletcher on the play. Jason Newman comes in to score, and the Crabs lead 1-0 on Reynolds' sacrifice fly. Perry thought of going to a third base, went down maybe a third of the way, and saw a very fine throw.
That was the second
from
very
Fletcher.
good throw from Fletcher. The throw to second on the throw to shortstop on Perry's double was a good throw.
Yeah.
They got away from the shortstop, but it was a good throw. It was right to him.
Here's Nick Warren. Nick serving as the designated hitter tonight, right-handed hitter. And the pitch to Warren is taken for a called strike one.
He's batting
Fastball.
288. 4 homers.
4 homers, and 4 is the number on Nick's back. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, fastball could not catch up with it. Little ahead now, no balls and 2 strikes. So the Crabs have drawn first blood in the bottom of the second inning. Sacrifice fly by Ryan Reynolds to plate Jason Newman. Perry stands at second base. The 0-2 count now to Warren. The pitch. Fastball just a bit low. 1-2.
Perry's dancing around out there off second. I kind of wish he'd just stay
Stay
on the
glued.
bag. Yeah. Given the adventures on the base paths.
Shortstop Valdez Jr. trying to play some games with him. With a right-hander hitter up, you'd think it would be the second baseman doing that. Pitch is down low, and the count even now at 2. Two and 2 to Warren. Crabs have knotted one here in the bottom of the second inning. And they'd like to pick up Perry from second base. The 2-2 to Warren. Fastball is low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Left-handed hitting Jacob Thurber on deck. So Little would like to get Warren here. At the belt. A look back. The 3-2 pitch. Swings and tips it into the glove of the catcher, and that's strike 3. First strikeout of the ball game for Little. 2 down, and that'll bring up Jacob Thurber, the catcher.
Thurber's batting 282. 4 homers, 20 RBIs.
What did he do last night, Benjamin? Do we have that?
0 for 3 with a run scored last night.
Okay. Thurber wears number 16 on his back, left-handed batter. The pitch to him, high with a fastball, 1-0. So again, walks are costly. The leadoff walk is cashed in. A double by Perry and then a sacrifice fly by Reynolds, and the Crabs are on top 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Big cut by Thurber out in front. 1-1. A ball and a strike to the number 8 hitter in the Crabs lineup, Jacob Thurber. Kind of like a second cleanup hitter. The 1-1 pitch. Another big cut on an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. Little at the set. And the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. Two and two to Thurber. Perry takes his lead at second. The throw back to second, and it almost goes into center field. A nice job by the shortstop Valdez Jr. to lunge for that ball and keep it from going into center. 2-2 to Thurber. Little at the belt. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So Thurber down on strikes, and the Crabs leave a runner at second base. However, they come up with a run on a hit. There were no errors and one left, and at the end of 2 complete, it's the Crabs 1 and the Puff Caps nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcata, Eureka.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to the Mad River Brewing Company, proud supporter of Humboldt Crabs baseball. Steelhead Extra Pale Ale is always on tap, so grab one at the ballpark during the game or join them in sunny Blue Lake for a beer and fish and chips or a burger in the beer garden. They're open every day. Also, California State and Federal Employees Credit Union is a member of the NCUA at California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. They're all local, all Humboldt, all the time with banking for both sides of your brain. That's Humboldt's own CSFECU. Join them today.
Aaron Herr has retired the first 6 Puff Cap batters he has faced, and he'll face the bottom third of the order here in the 3rd inning. It'll be James Free II, Rogelio Reyes, and Alejandro Lara. Free was up a couple of times last night before being lifted for a pinch hitter. I believe he was 0 for 2, wasn't he?
He was 0 for 3, as a
0
matter
for
of
3.
fact.
All right. Left-handed hitter. The big right-hander Herr comes to the plate, and Free takes the pitch a little bit low, 1-0. James Free II. The pitch to him, high fly ball into left field. Outman coming in a few steps, over a few steps, and he gloves it for the out. A lazy fly to left, 1 down, and that'll bring up Rogelio Reyes, the designated hitter. He played in last night's game, but he didn't bat. He was the starting pitcher.
Yeah, 3 2/3 inning pitch. He gave up 5 earned runs, walked 4 and struck out 1. So it's the walks that hurt him. No, wait, is this not him then? I just got the umpire just waved at up here.
Yeah, this is somebody
This is
else.
not going to be him. This is going to be Redmond, who played in last night's game as well.
He was the winning
Oh, wait,
pitcher.
Redmond. I don't know if it's the same guy as last night or a different guy.
Anyway,
the pitch is
number 2,
taken for a
Redmond.
strike. What's the first name? Do we have a first name? We'll get one. Connor. It was Connor Redmond.
Yeah, the
Is it
same guy.
Redmond?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't spelled that way. It was Redmond last night. Now it's Redmond. So
All right. Ground ball to the shortstop. Perry's up with it, and the throw to first base. 2 down. So Connor Redmond, a late replacement for Rogelio Reyes, who was in the starting lineup that we were given, but he is serving as the designated hitter then as Redmond. The number 9 hitter, Alejandro Lara, coming to the bat.
Laura in last night's game was 2 for 5.
Breaking ball is in there for a called strike 1. I think they had, 10 hits last night, did they?
11.
11 hits. And the Crabs had 6?
Well, Crabs had 6.
Yeah. 0-1 the count to Lara. Hers curveball and a beauty. Strike 2. Paints the black on the outside part of the plate, so he's ahead now. No balls and 2 strikes. Her looks into Thurber for the sign. And the 2-0, or the 0-2, fastball away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Lara. Here's 1-2. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lara had a notion, almost went around, but was able to hold up. Two and 2 to Lara. 2 down in the PUF Caps' 3rd inning. They trail the Crabs 1-0. And the pitch. Ooh, almost hit him with a fastball. Fastball in around the shoulders. Backed Lara off the plate.
That will discourage him from digging in.
Oh, yeah. Count goes full now. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. That one got away from him. He knew when he threw that pitch.
Yeah, you could tell by his reaction.
Yeah, wasn't going to be close. That's the first walk he has issued, the first base runner of the ball game for the PUF Caps. A 2-out free pass, and we go to the top of the order in Matthew Acosta, who flew out on a diving catch. A fine play by Mason Cirillo to open the ball game. The pitch is taken for a called strike 1. Acosta, left-handed hitter. One of the shorter members, one of the smaller members of this club. The 0-1 pitch to him. Hit in the air to left center field. Center fielder Cirillo over running catch for the 3rd out. So Acosta gave it a pretty good ride, but Cirillo there in time, and that'll do it for the PUF Caps in the 3rd inning. No runs, hits, or errors. There was 1 left, and at the end of 2.5, it's still the Crabs 1, the PUF Caps nothing. Listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Awful idea. Awful.
Back at the ballpark. Bottom of the third inning, it'll be Cirillo, Hamilton, and Bush. Thanks to Harper Motors, proud to be one of America's oldest automobile dealers, established in 1912. They're a true family business that's been serving the North Coast for over 100 years. With every Crabs home run, Harper Ford will donate $50 to District 26 Little League, so go Crabs, go.
You know, they have some things between innings off on the sidelines for little sack races and stuff like that. That's fine. But what they were doing out there is they had a couple of small kids running around the base paths while these guys are throwing a hard ball back and forth.
I think it's a very bad idea myself.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think it's very safe to do that. I think they need to rethink that one.
Yeah, that's
important
not
that they
good.
stay out of the area of play.
Yeah. We had a tragic accident at the World Series.
So I heard.
Back in Wichita, where a bat boy was hit by a bat and died. Oh. Pitch was outside 1-0. We're not suggesting it was anything close to that, but it shouldn't be in
But
the
still,
area
there's a
where-
hard ball being thrown around the infield, and you know.
Right. Okay, enough said. 1 ball and no strikes to Cirillo.
He was 0 for 3 last night.
Swing and a miss. The count even at 1.
He did walk a couple of times. Comes in at 269.
He's already made what likely will be the fielding play of the day on the very first batter. A running, diving catch. Fouled out of play. You made a comment, and I think that's right, Benjamin. You indicated that he seems to get a good jump on the ball. And
yes.
that was true in
the play he made last inning as well.
Right. I was going to say, the running catch in left center field. 1-2 the count to Cirillo. Mason lets a fastball go by, and it's 2-2. The Crabs have 1 run on 2 base hits, both of them doubles. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Third consecutive strikeout for Jack Little. And we go to the top of the order, and David Hamilton. Hamilton looking for his first base hit against PUF Cap pitching. The pitch to Hamilton. David takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Had a notion, checked his swing. One and 0 the count to Hamilton. The next pitch rides high, 2 balls and no strikes. Little has given up only 1 free pass, and wouldn't you know it, he came around to score. That was Jason Newman. The 2-0 pitch, outside corner at the knees, 2 balls and a strike.
I respectfully disagree,
The 2-1, high with a fastball, 3 balls and a strike. Three and 1 to Hamilton. The pitch. Strike 2 called. So Hamilton has seen 5 pitches, hasn't taken a bat off the shoulders yet. He'll need to at this point. The full count pitch coming from Jack Little. And here it is. Misses outside. So he still didn't have to take the bat off the shoulders. He gets a 1-out walk. Hamilton with some speed at first base, and that'll bring up Logan Bush, who got the first Crab hit of the ball game, a double, but then was picked off at second base by Jack Little. Bush, a left-handed hitter. Little, tall, rangy right-hander. Comes to the plate, and Bush takes low and away, 1-0. Bush, a look down to Tim Wheeler, flashing signs in the third base coaching box. The 1-0 pitch. Hamilton's going, and he's going to be in there. Slides in safely with a stolen base, and the Crabs with a runner now in scoring position. The count, 2 balls to Logan Bush.
Well, hitters count. Runner on second. Chance for an RBI here for Bush.
2-0 to Logan. Little a look back at second base. Now he comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Bush had a home run cut. Came up empty, and it's 2-1. Shadows now engulfing the right side of the infield. Third baseman and left fielder still have to deal with that late afternoon sun.
It's turned chilly again tonight. It was pretty frigid last night by the time the game was over. And
It did. It cooled
again
off
tonight now,
significantly.
pretty cold.
Fastball away. 3-1. Three and one the count to Bush. A look back at second. Little comes to the plate. High pop up into shallow left field. Shortstop going out. Left fielder coming in. It's going to be the shortstop Valdez, who gloves it in shallow left field. And there'll be 2 down. Here's Outman. Outman grounded out short to first to end the first. Leading Crab hitter would love to pick up Dave Hamilton at second base. Crab's sole run of the ball game came on a sacrifice fly by Ryan Reynolds last inning. And now we've got the manager coming to the mound to have a word with his pitcher, and the entire infield is going to come in. They're going to have a little confab. There is no one throwing in the bullpen for the PUF Caps, so this is to make sure they're on the same page with regards to defensive alignment and how they want to deal with James Outman.
Humble Crabs would like to thank the sponsors, Royal Gold, KIEM, News Channel 3, Sideline Sports Bar, and Wallace and Hines. Thanks for supporting Humble Crabs Baseball.
Good crowd on hand tonight. It's not as large as last night, I don't think by any means, but a good crowd. And plaudits last night to the fans. Boy, a lot of them stuck around for the whole game. We didn't get out of here till much before 11 o'clock. Here's Outman. All right, Hamilton leads from second. We're ready to go now. Little at the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike to James Outman. Crabs like to extend their 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Outman takes a fastball outside, 1-1. Hamilton drew a free pass and stole second base. He's there with 2 down and the count of ball and a strike to Outman. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one, and Outman well out in front. So Little ahead on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Little at the set. The pitch. Down low. And the count is even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second base, 2 outs. Outman trying to pick up Hamilton at second. Little is set. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Little. And the Crabs are shut down in the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left at the end of 3 complete. It's the Crabs 1 and the PUF Caps nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcata, Eureka.
You guys are doing a great job.
Hey, Don, how you doing?
Good.
Listen, my man, you're going to have to sit here for a while so I can eat my food, and then I'll come over and take over. So I'll yeah, you might might as well just come in now and you can introduce Don. You guys have met, right? He's the one who's yelling at you all the time.
All right. Welcome back to the ballpark. I'm joined by our friend and local umpire, Don Holfacker. Always great to have you in the booth, Don.
Oh, thank you very much.
Crabs are up 1-0 in the top of the fourth inning. It'll be Hanley, Valdez, and Doshbach. This team's pretty good, these PUF Caps. Pretty solid in terms of the fundamentals so far.
What's nice is they're all just recent graduates of high school, too, going into their respective colleges. So they're a very young, talented group.
So these are like the cream of the high school crop, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. They go out and they talk to coaches. Coaches will send kids to these guys from around the country, you know. And they're absolutely because they're also in a training camp of some sort there.
I see. So here's Hanley. He calls time. And do you know what was going on the other night when Tyson got tossed out? There was a lot of issues with time being called at home plate. And
what happened was, that's a pretty
first pitch misses
pretty
high.
good call because the runner went around first base. There's a runner at second base at the time, 2 outs. So the time call was
This was Wednesday night, right? Yeah.
It was.
There's a
oh my
slow roller
goodness.
out to short. Perry throws him out.
It was. I forgot who they were. But what happened was the runner went around first base going towards second. The first baseman received the ball, but he was attempting to tag and didn't get the tag down. And my responsibility as a home plate umpire is watch the out call. And that's when the timing play goes into effect, and the guy had just touched the bag just as the out call was recorded. But it's because of the missed tags that
Oh, I see. Okay.
it was kind of deceptive there.
There's a fly ball to shallow right field. Right fielder coming in and has it
It's weird.
for out number 2.
I've been doing this since 1974, and that's the first time I've ever had 2 timing plays in the
Really?
same game, and especially 2 that decided the game.
That was the game. I guess that was a week ago now, or like a week and a half ago. That
It
would have
was
been.
a joy.
Was that against the Legends?
No, it would have been Top Speed.
Oh, Top Speed. Okay, I do remember that. Yeah.
It was I think it was that Saturday night ball game. Tyson was not too happy with my call. He said a couple of inappropriate things.
Well, appropriate's relative, but I know what you mean.
I guess it's all how you use that verbiage.
Yes.
Right?
Appropriate to his mood, maybe. Inappropriate to his audience. Her's taking a long time now out there. Doshbach tonight is 0 for 1, grounded at second in his first at bat, and her Roxanne comes home with a breaking pitch right over the heart of the plate.
This kid's father, he played in the Minnesota Twins.
I wondered about that. Yeah.
Minnesota Twins organization for years.
He's not related to Tommy Her then, who played for the Cardinals. 0-1 pitch. Fastball down and away, 1-1. Remember Tommy Her played second base for the Cardinals in the 80s?
Absolutely, yeah. Good ball player. And,
1-1 to count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch hit high in the air and fouled on the left field line. That is going to make it out of the park, though.
that night we also had a running lane violation that turned into a verbal between the 2 teams.
Oh, right, sure.
And
There's always a lot of tension between Top Speed and Crabs for some reason.
I don't know what it is. It's you can just feel it in the.
Yeah, there's just, and the teams change year to year, so it's not the same people.
But it's same coaches.
Same coaches. 1 and 2 swung on a miss. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. Puff Caps go in order in the top of the 4th. Crabs lead 1-0. This is Crabs Baseball 1480 KGOE. We'll be back with Don Hofacker.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Very pleased to have with us in the booth our old friend Don Hofacker, who's been umpiring around these parts since almost, the Civil War? Was that
About that. I think I did my first Crabs game in 1988, so it's been a couple of months.
Yeah, it's been a month or two.
And
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you have a computer at home with YouTube? Can you get YouTube?
No, I still got. No, I use my phone.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering because all the Crabs games are now archived, the entire game.
Matter of fact, I've watched a couple of games I've done. That one was Top Speed.
Yeah.
Because, I went home and I had a couple questions whether I was on that call or not, and I kind of cheated at work the next day and watched it a little bit, but.
Strike call to Jason Newman leading off the 4th inning for the Crabs. He'll be followed by Michael Perry and Ryan Reynolds. 0-1 the count to the right-handed hitting Newman, who walked his first trip. So So did you see that game, and did you see your call? And
I did.
You were right?
I did. I felt I was absolutely right on the
Strike.
call. That's where your teamwork really works good with your umpires, because your call, what you do as a home plate umpire, you back off the plate and pick up the whole perspective of where the runner is in relationship to everything, and you watch the umpire where the play is going to be.
Ground ball to the first baseman. He's got it, and he'll take it to the bag himself. So Newman grounds out, first baseman unassisted, 1 down in the Crabs' 4th.
Then he'll make a fast call. It'll be one of the few times he'll make kind of a little bit quicker call. And
realizing that you're going to have to make a call.
I'm going to have to make a call off of that. But what happened on that first timing play was the first baseman jabbed at the guy, missed him the first couple times, and finally made the tag. And that's when I think it was Michael, who's at first base tonight, made the call. And that's what I went off of. And, it is a critical call because it's a nothing game at the time going into the 4th inning. And that evening, both runs scored on timing plays.
Ground ball past the third base bag, and the count even at a ball and strike on Perry. Well, let me tell you, it's in the eye of the beholder, because I went back and looked at the play, and I thought he was safe. I thought the run had crossed the plate, fouled off to the right out of play, 1-2.
Thank you for that.
But it's a bang play, and even replay. Some of the major league things they'll take 2 minutes to look at a replay.
I saw one that was done in a Cincinnati somebody game, and it was awful. The replay is a play at the plate. The guy never clearly touched the plate. The umpire signaled him safe, and the other manager, the Florida manager, went just absolutely ballistic about it.
Line drive into left field, a base hit for Michael Perry. Left fielder knocks it down, now picks it up and gets it back in. So Perry, after a turn at first, will hold there. The Crabs with a one-out single, and that'll bring up Ryan Reynolds, who drove in the only run of the ball game in the second inning with a sacrifice fly to center field.
That's the beauty of baseball, though. It's officiated by human beings, and it's played by human beings, and it's our judgment. We go out there. We want to make every pitch, every call 100% right, but we're human beings.
Of course.
The player sometimes messes us up and do the wrong things, but no.
High pop-up into shallow right
That could be
field. Second
tough. That
baseman
could be
going
tough.
out. Right fielder coming in. Center fielder is going to be making the play. Fletcher on the run for the second out. So a little fly ball into shallow center field. A running catch by Dominic Fletcher, who has looked good out in center in this series. There are two down, and that'll bring up the catcher, Nick Warren, who struck out in his first at bat. Perry at first, two down, and we're visiting with Don Hofacker, a veteran umpire here at the Arcata Ballpark. So 88, 98, 08, so we're talking more years than you want to count.
Yeah, it's. I think my daughter is in like 6th or 7th grade or something like that, and she. Now I have two grandchildren. One's 17 and the other's 13.
Oh my gosh! All right.
So
Gonna make me feel nostalgic here.
yeah.
Foul ball back onto the screen. The count, no balls and a strike to Warren. Well, I was mentioning to Benjamin the other day. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Warren, a big cut, comes up empty. It's 0-2. When this season ends, Benjamin and I will have announced 25% of all the games that the Crabs have ever played, dating back to 1945.
My
Just
gosh.
amazing, you know.
And I'm curious what kind of Christmas present you get Benjamin every year.
I try and get him high-powered glasses so he can see the field.
I wish you'd get him a muzzle sometimes when from down there.
Oh, hey, well, Don's getting back at Benjamin tonight. 0-2 the count. Fastball misses away. 1-2 to Warren.
Benjamin, I hate to hurt your feelings, but we really don't hear you down there.
No. One of the umpires did. One of the umpires did the other night because he was feeling hurt that Benjamin was picking on him. And then Benjamin tried to say, "Well, I was just kidding. You know, I was just being sarcastic."
Just
runner goes. The pitch is outside. The throw to second
boy.
base is high, and sliding in safely with a stolen base is Michael Perry.
awful footwork by the catcher.
Yeah.
But
Let me just check here and see for Michael Perry. That is
should be about 11. right?
stolen base number 5. 5 out of 6.
Okay. So
He does a lot of things well, Michael Perry does. 2-2 the count now to Nick Warren. He'd like to pick him up. Crabs with a 1-0 lead here in the home half of the fourth.
It's just absolutely unbelievable.
2-2 pitch, a line drive on one hop to the shortstop. It's off his glove. Perry's going to stop at third base. Safe at first is Warren, and we're going to have to see how that one's going to be called. An error on the shortstop.
Absolutely no doubt.
So it should have been the third out, but the shortstop booted it, and now the Crabs with runners at the corners, 2 down, and Jacob Thurber coming to the bat.
I think he might have got distracted just a little bit by the base runner, but at this level of ball, that shouldn't even be a factor anymore.
That's their first error of the series. You know, the Crabs committed 5 last night. The PUF Caps played error-free ball, but this error extends the inning and gives Jacob Thurber an opportunity to bring home Michael Perry from third base. And Warren safe at first on the air. So the Crabs trying to make something happen here with 2 outs in the fourth.
Get over and see. But
Little comes to the plate, and the pitch misses wide. Yeah.
it's very hard to believe that the season's already over.
Oh,
You know,
it's close.
it's like you blink and it's gone.
It's gone.
And
Now, you do some B-52 games as well as
yes,
Crabs games, right?
I've had the opportunity to do a few B-52 games. They're a fun group to do.
Pitch is taken for a called strike. 1-1 now to Thurber. Are you paid the same wherever you umpire?
No, it varies, and
It does,
a
okay.
lot of times, you know, if if a club's struggling like the 52s or whatever, I'll give some back or whatever. You know, it's
The 1-1 pitch. This is outside, 2-1.
I heard some sound in the background there. I don't know whether you did or not. But
I'm not sure what it meant. I don't know what it meant.
But it must be the ceilings or something.
How about when you umpire high school games or American Legion games? You get less money for those than something
Sure.
like here?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite a bit less because they don't have the financial backing that this place does.
Right.
Matter of fact, I just picked up my patch tonight from the North Coast Section Championship from 2012.
Wow.
So
A little late getting it, huh?
it only took 4 years to get it. I still haven't got mine from 2008. So
I'll go one better. I'll go one better with you. Just a second. 2 balls and a strike to Thurber. Runners take their leads. The pitch misses outside with a fastball. He's 1 pitch away from loading him up. My daughter went to pick up her bachelor's degree at the university, and they're going through the file, and they go, do you know Robert Holcomb? She said, yeah, it's my father. Well, we've got his degree, too. Yeah, sat there for 25 years. Needs it. 3-1 to count now to Thurber. And the pitch. Fouled back onto the screen, so we're full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch early in this ball game.
that's your chance of walking in the graduation again.
Well, you go through graduation, but you don't get anything, right? It's just
I didn't know that.
yeah. They don't give you the actual diploma because they haven't graded all your finals yet. 3-2 the count to Thurber. Big pitch in the ball game. Here it comes. High ball 4. Wait a second. I guess it's ball 3. All right. We had a rare mistake on the scoreboard. So the count full now
Yeah,
to
it's
Thurber.
2-2 prior to that pitch.
Was it
Yeah.
the scoreboard right and I was wrong? Did it say 2-2? Liam doesn't make mistakes. He has made very few mistakes all year. 3-2 the count.
No, it's right now.
It's right now. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Little. It comes at a big spot, and the Crabs come up empty. They had a run, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. And at the end of 4 complete, the score remains the Crabs 1, the PUF Caps nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcata, Eureka. After the next half inning, Kevin?
Yes.
After the next half inning, we're going to keep it here so we can have more of a chance to talk with Don, okay? So after the half inning. Because it's hard, when the game's going on
sure,
like
they
that,
don't give
particularly
it
when you got runners scoring
I don't know what
position.
you noticed, but our umpires were out of position on a couple plays there.
You want to say that on the air? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say that.
All right.
Too many umpires listen to this. I'm going to have to work with them eventually. And
30 seconds.
I want to start by asking you a question that was asked of me by a fan last night before the ball game. So
Okay.
I gave him an answer, but I said I would check with you. We're visiting with veteran umpire Don Hofacker, and I'm going to ask Don a question that I was asked prior to the game last night. It involved a couple of balks that were made in the midweek action. And he said, I always thought that when a pitcher balked, it was an automatic ball in addition to a base runner moving ahead. And I said, no, that it's just the base runner gets 90 feet on a balk. But I thought there was a possibility. What happens, let's say bases are empty. The pitcher winds up and stumbles off the mound. It doesn't throw anything. It's just nothing, right?
it's nothing
at all.
absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Also in there, Hulk.
Yeah.
Let's say the pitcher does deliver the ball, and it's clearly a balk, and he delivers the ball, and the batter hits a home run.
They can take it, right?
You go and you offer the 2 choices to the coach that's affected. You can either have the 90-foot for the balk, or you can have the 2-run home run or whatever.
Tough choice. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Nicholas Quintana to lead it off. He was a strikeout victim of Aaron Herr in his first at bat, and Herr's pitch is a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike 1.
In high school on a balk, you'll see the umpires will throw their hands up over their head, killing the ball. So all action stops at that time.
There's a line drive into right center field. Center fielder coming in, right fielder coming in, a diving try, but he's unable to come up with it as Bush, and that'll go as a single, and that's the first base hit of the ball game, isn't it? Yeah. First base hit of the ball game for the visiting Puff Caps. You'll recall last night they came out swinging. They got 4 runs in the very first inning.
At this level, at college and at this level, what you do is point at the guy. You yell, "It's a balk," loud enough where your partners can hear, and then the play will proceed as it is.
So the play will proceed then?
The play will proceed, and at the end of, let's say he doesn't deliver the ball or whatever, then the ball gets killed and you make the awards. If the batter hits the ball or whatever, he has an opportunity, he pops it up. You still go to the coach and say, which would you like? You want this pop-up out?
Right.
Or would you have it go back to the same count with the runner going into the whatever?
Yeah. These are not tough decisions.
No, not really, no.
Easier managerial decisions.
It's not quite rocket scientist, but we try to make it into it sometimes.
They got the runner picked off at first base. Good throw.
Oh, my goodness.
Herr picks off Quintana. So Quintana gets the first base hit of the ball game for the Puff Caps and is promptly picked off by Aaron Herr. Oh, that was a fine throw, and they had him dead to rights. He was leaning towards second base.
Perfect spot, just absolutely perfect spot for that throw.
So each hurler now has picked off a runner. The bases are empty, and the count's a ball to Dominic Fletcher, who grounded out first baseman to pitcher in his only at-bat this evening. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. Were you saying that Aaron's father played baseball?
I'm pretty
in
sure.
the big leagues?
I'm pretty sure it's the same kid that guy played in the Minnesota Twins organization.
High and tight with a fastball, 2-1. Mm-hmm. You don't recall his name, huh?
No, I do not. I just recognize the last name, and I'll go down and ask here later. I'm nosy.
I'm surprised if that's the case that we weren't informed that in one of the programs. High pop-up on foul territory.
But it's
back
right.
in the stands. It's count is even at 2.
Sometimes you just don't get everything.
Yeah.
Or they figure you already know everything.
Well, Mick Jagger told me you can't always get what you want. Benjamin knows everything, so we're taken care of. The 2-2 pitch is grounded to the right side. First baseman gloves it, tosses to the pitcher covering Aaron Herr over there quickly for the out. Nice play, 2 down.
Good quicks off the mound.
Wasn't that? Yeah. Now, of course, they talk about in the big leagues, they practice that play ad nauseum during spring training. But we don't have the chance. These guys don't have the chance. They do that on their college teams, but it's a timing play.
They do it a little. They get a little bit of chance too the first night out, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And that first Thursday.
Yep.
And
one day, or if we're lucky, 2 days of practice.
Mm-hmm.
Here's James Free the second, and he takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
But these kids are sophomores and juniors in college. They have good baseball instincts, and they understand each other especially by this point of the season.
The next pitch misses wide, 1-1. I got a question for you.
Sure.
Some umpires, when they call balls and strikes, they let you know, strike. Other ones take a while to raise their arm. Before they raise their arm, does the catcher know and the batter know? Do they say strike?
Sure.
Line drive to the shortstop.
My
Michael
goodness,
Perry
nice
backhands it for the third out. So a liner to Perry, and that'll do it for the Puff Caps in the top of the 5th. There were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. And at halfway through, it's the Crabs 1 and the Puff Caps nothing. We're going to keep it right here so we can continue our conversation with Don Hofacker.
On that last question, the umpire will sit and say strike, then he'll make the signal. But
some do it simultaneously, don't they?
Yeah, some do. I do that. I do it simultaneously because it's the way I learned.
Well, it's certainly easier for us in the booth because otherwise we're waiting. There's the pitch and it's he raises his arm. It's a strike. It's a little tougher.
There are certain umpires that just Taylor Mitchell last year, very much very deliberate, very well thought out. Everything he did was thought out, and He did that. He was kind of slow in the motion, but he was right on it, and he kept the same timing and speed the whole game long. So the players catch on to that and understand that.
We also noticed that some umpires move the game along. In other words, we generally have a minute between
Number 12.
between innings.
12.
Got a new pitcher coming in, so a left-hander, southpaw, and Benjamin's writing that for us. And some umpires seem to hustle the game along. We don't have a full minute. We'll come back and they'll already have started play. Well, the count's 2-1. You know,
It's
what are you supposed to allow between innings?
it's 5 pitches, 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute.
But
From the time the pitcher gets to the mound, 1 minute? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, the new pitcher is Jake Lewis. We saw him in some capacity last night.
Humboldt Crabs, number 12, center fielder.
Thought we saw him, yeah.
He was 1 for 3 in left field last
All right, Lewis played left field last night. Now he's on the mound picking up for Jack Little. So Jake picking up for Jack, and he will face left-handed hitting Mason Cirillo. The first pitch to Cirillo is taken for a called strike 1.
It's sometimes gets difficult with the left-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, and the catcher kind of rotate his body a little bit into that zone where you were trying to look through to see the ball.
Yeah.
So you got to.
How important is the catcher framing the ball for you?
Very much so. I was going to talk about that. I was going to talk about one of your former catchers here.
Let's do it right now after this 0-2 pitch backs him off the plate. Yeah.
I don't know whether you guys remember John Parham.
Sure. Sure, John.
He was probably, the whole time I've been out here, probably the best at framing one. And he would stick it. If that pitch was right there.
Line drive into left center field. The center fielder going back, left fielder going over, and it's going to be between them and to the wall. Rounding first and heading into second. No, what?
It was caught by the
it was
center
caught.
fielder.
Oh, I didn't see. I'm sorry, I missed that one. All right.
That's okay, but you had a good analogy, though.
Yeah, all right. Center fielder hustling over, and that was, again, Fletcher. Boy, he's got some wheels in center. And that's the first out of the inning.
Parham would just stick him. And it'd be just an absolute marvel because he's a small guy, and you could just – and nothing got past him either.
Check swing, and it's a strike. 0-1 to Hamilton.
Called by the plate umpire. And he's probably one of my favorites to work behind.
Next pitch is high, 1-1. I remember Brandon Marcelli as being a thinking catcher. You know, he really tried to control the game. Did he give you trouble behind the plate?
Oh, yeah. Now, this is a G-rated program, so I can't say some of the things Brandon said. But
okay.
Brandon was very talkative, and very, very talkative. And
he let you know when you thought you missed one, huh?
He would use. Yeah, he'd be pretty vocal about it.
Pitch misses outside. It's 3-1 to Hamilton. One down here in the Crabs' fifth. They lead 1-0.
Redinger, I don't know whether you remember Redinger.
Yes.
But he would get there, and he'd use some of the biggest words I think ever made and tell you things because the guy is like a 3.8 grade point average through college, and you know he's a practicing dentist right now in Spokane.
3-2 pitch is low, ball 4, and so Hamilton gets his second free pass of the evening.
So I'd have to go to work after the game and look up the words he was saying to me to see if he was swearing at me or not.
Here's Logan Bush. Bush doubled in the first inning, popped to the shortstop in his last at bat. Grabs a runner at first, one down. Here in the home half of the fifth, we got a pitcher's duel thus far. The second pitcher, Jake Lewis, now out on the mound for the Puff Caps, picking up for Jack Little, who gave up a single run in 4 innings.
Right.
Fouled off out of play, and the count no balls and a strike to Logan Bush.
You develop a really good relationship with the catchers, especially here where you might be working with them twice a week or whatever.
I notice often the catchers for both teams shake the home plate umpire's hand prior to the game.
That's right.
Runner goes at first. The pitch is low, and there's not even a throw. So credit Hamilton with his second stolen base of the evening. He got the perfect pitch to run on an off-speed breaker, and it was in the dirt, so there was no throw. Krabs now with a runner in scoring position, 1 out in the count, a ball and a strike to Bush. Is that
we do it every game. Protocol. You go out and y'all, as soon as they come out, like at a lower level, you'll tell them how you're going to be set up. I want you to take eight pitches here, 5 between innings, and whatever else you're going to be saying to them.
Okay.
Here you introduce yourself, and they'll introduce themselves. And
ground ball to the shortstop. Hamilton goes to third. The throw to first in time. A nice stretch by the first baseman Daschbach. We saw him do that a couple of times last night. He's not only a fine hitter, but a fine first baseman. On the play, Hamilton moves to third on the ground out.
Yeah.
2 down, and that'll bring up Outman. Krabs like to pick up that runner from third with 2 gone. Outman has 0 for 2 on the evening. Left-hander versus left-hander now.
But it amazes you. Like, I went down to Sacramento this last year to the River Cats game, and I ran into 2 kids that played for the Krabs years and years ago. And,
Fastball low.
And they saw me come through the gate, and they're in some capacity with the River Cats, and they just walk me around there, and they're talking to me, and I still don't know their names, but I knew their faces.
Uh-huh.
And they
That's
said
great.
some of the best, funnest baseball they ever played was up here. And they had just absolutely a wonderful time.
We hear that from so many players. You know, they're treated well when they come here, as they should be, because they provide us a summer's worth of entertainment. I mean, fantastic.
Absolutely, and this is the best baseball we'll see on the North Coast here.
The 2-0 pitch. Ground ball off the pitcher's
my
leg. The runner from third's coming to the plate. The throw to first is wild and goes into right field. Rounding first and going to second base is Outman. Scoring on the play is Hamilton. And the Krabs lead 2-0. I think that's going to be a single and an error, right? It was a hot shot that glanced off the pitcher's leg.
Give him the RBI also.
Yeah, an RBI for Outman. He leads the club in RBIs. He ends up at second base on the error. And whose error was that, Benjamin? Pitcher's error. Okay, so
the pitcher's all the way, yeah.
the pitcher was the one that threw it away. And that allowed Outman to go to second base. However, he does get a run batted in. Hamilton scores on the single. And it's a 2-0 ball game, and it looks like we're going to the bullpen. The PUF Caps are going
Bring
to
him
the
in
pen.
a right-hander.
Yeah, he got I don't know if he's coming out because of the injury or he's coming out because they decided to make the change.
I don't think he threw the pitch the coach wanted.
Well, I don't think he threw the pitch he wanted.
yeah, that's probably true, too.
It came back quicker than it went in.
I'm surprised Nate's not over there already. He's normally right on top of every injury.
Krabs trainer. How long has Nate been a trainer for the Krabs, huh?
Yeah, I think he's fairly new, only like
3,
8
4
years. Or 8,
Oh, 8 years, that long.
yeah,
Okay.
because he's an assistant trainer here for a while. And then he left for a year, went over. But he's really wonderful. I know he's helped, because I've been banged up quite a bit this year. And he's been very, very, very helpful. 19, isn't it?
All right, we're getting the name of the new pitcher, right-hander, taking his warm-up tosses. What is it?
Walker.
Walker.
You got the roster right there.
All right, last name is Walker. The first name's not Hiram, I don't think. That's Nathan Walker, okay. All right.
The eyes of the Ranger. The unsuspecting stranger. Better know the truth.
Yeah, I couldn't help it if his parents misnamed him, huh?
I like the names of incoming players, and they've got a guy who's playing left field for him tonight who caught last night. His first name is Maverick. Is that a cool first name, Maverick?
Great, man.
But the all-time one I was saying earlier was the guy who was named Sterling Champagne, and he came in here a couple of. I don't remember which team he was with.
Didn't he play for right there at the first part of the season? So he's probably with. I remember that kid.
It wasn't the Indians. It wasn't Fairfield. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Fairfield.
I thought it was whatever.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
what a name.
It is great.
Sterling Champagne. All right, a right-hander coming into the ball game. He will face a situation with a runner on second base, James Outman, who singled and moved to second on the previous pitcher, Jake Lewis's error. And there are 2 outs. And Jason Newman coming to the bat.
Some father's out down there with his son doing Superman.
Hey, last night was superhero night.
Yeah.
How many, in general, during the summer, Don? How many games do you do a week?
A week? When I'm busy, 6, 5, 6.
Wow, okay.
And I've cut down. I've cut down here in the last couple of years because I'm in my mid-60s now. So
yeah.
Not,
You and Benjamin are getting older.
yeah,
There's
I
no
know.
doubt about it.
One of these days, I'll catch up to Benjamin.
Yeah.
I'm only 64.
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
now I'm only doing like 3 games a week.
Okay. Here's Jason Newman. Runner in second, 2 down. The right-hander Nathan Walker comes to the plate, and Newman is hit by the pitch. So his first pitch, he plunks Newman. And the Crabs now with runners at first and second with 2 gone, and Michael Perry at the bat. Perry already with a single and a double, a stolen base in the ball game.
Well, okay. I guess he's just looking to put on the force play.
There are 2 down, so the force at any base save home.
There'd be no. I heard someone over there yelling about giving the guy a warning. Why? Ball just got away from him.
Oh yeah, his first pitch of the evening. He's not
Yeah,
trying to plunk anybody.
You don't.
Here's Perry. Right-hander versus right-hander. The pitch to Michael. In the dirt, it goes to the backstop, and each Crab base runner is moving up 90 feet. Outman to third, Newman to second. The count's a ball, so he's hit a batter and thrown a wild pitch. Not exactly what the manager hopes for.
All right, I imagine he's over there getting a few more gray hairs.
And the catcher's going to go out and have a word now with Nathan Walker. That's James Free.
It's probably going
trying to settle him down, huh?
Probably telling there's a white thing there you're supposed to throw it over the top of.
Yeah.
And
What do you say when you go to break up a confab on the mound? Time up?
normally what I do is I go around to the back of the mound and I walk straight through them and just kind of herd them out. Don't have to say a thing.
Okay.
And if coach wants to say something, he'll say something quietly like, I think you're squeezing my guy or whatever, you know, but he'll say it respectfully. And
Here's the pitch. Again, low into the dirt, a nice block by Free. Crabs with runners at second and third, and Walker has come in wild. He's thrown 3 pitches, and none of them have come close to being a strike. Plunked a batter, and now 2 pitches well out of the zone. We'll see if Michael Perry's taken or he's going to swing on this hitter's count. The 2-0 pitch. He lets it go by, and again, not close. 3 balls and no strikes. 1 pitch away from loading him up. And on deck is Ryan Reynolds, who drove in the first of the 2 Crab runs back in the second inning with a sacrifice fly.
This is a tough atmosphere for the out-of-town kids to come into because sometimes the crowd around here gets a little bit hostile and comment.
Yeah.
And
I don't like to see that.
No.
Pitch is a strike. I do not like to see, and I haven't seen it as much this season, when they get on another player from another team. We're talking about a college kid, and they're treating him like, he's making $1 million a year, and so they can
I know,
say nasty things. I don't like that.
It's but
And I think we've put the kibosh on it to a degree. Here's a 3-1 pitch now. Down low, ball 4.
It's over the years I've heard some pretty interesting comments directed like Benjamin just said at the umpires.
Yeah.
But most of us are deaf and a little bit blind anyway, so it helps.
You don't hear. You don't hear. You don't see. Who knows? All right. The bases are F-O-C, full of crustaceans for Ryan Reynolds. And a chance to break this one open. The Crabs already up 2-0.
He's going to.
All right, here's Reynolds, switch hitter, batting left against the right-handed Nathan Walker. And now here comes the manager again. We do have a pitcher throwing in the bullpen, a left-hander. But guess what? If you bring in the left-hander, Ryan Reynolds simply turns around and bats from the right side. I don't know if he knows that.
No,
Well,
he's just conferring with him.
I guess he's not going to make a move now. He wants to make sure everybody's clear. They got to force at any base. There are 2 down.
The plate umpire should be starting a slow walk out to it.
And there he goes.
And you give them about 45 seconds. And because if they can't say what they need to do in 45 seconds, then they don't need to be talking. I guess he did replace him.
Well, that's it. So he's going to bring in the left-hander to face Ryan Reynolds. But as we say, Ryan's a switch hitter. So he'll simply turn around and bat from the right side. Now, I don't know if that was a part of the reason that he brought him in, but it may be. Again, the one thing that we don't have that professional teams have is scouting. So they're not aware of. They're not aware of us, and nor are we aware of all their idiosyncrasies. All right. I'm sorry I missed that.
That's not, though.
All right. We'll let it go.
That's one of many things we don't have.
Well, a rosin bag being second among them.
And blame Shorty for the rosin bag.
Yeah, we had Shorty up here for a couple of innings recently. That was great. He's doing very well.
I was telling Benjamin about how much I learned about pitching from Shorty, about how little things about box, how to thought process a little bit, and about just the demeanor of the pitcher out there, things like that. He said it so much better than I ever could. But he broke pitching down to made a layman understand it.
Yeah, Matt Nutter also used to be able to.
I don't know his first name. He's not on the roster.
All right, so once again we have someone not on the roster coming in to pitch, a left-hander, and his last name is Encinas. So we don't know his first name. He's not on the roster, so we'll call him Ringer Encinas, the ringer brought in to try and get Ryan Reynolds here with the bases loaded and 2 down. Are you as alert and awake when you're umpiring third base? Do you snooze a little bit out there at third base, do you?
There's been lapses at times.
I just wonder because, there's real pressure, particularly in a situation like this, to be the home plate umpire. You got the bases loaded, you got 2 outs, a big point in the ball game. That ball strike count is pretty crucial.
It is a whole lot easier to get focused behind the plate than on the bases because sometimes you just, get distracted or whatever, and then you have to pull yourself back into the focus.
Right.
It's that's why we signal each other what rotation we're going to be going through.
First pitch by Encinas misses inside 1-0.
I always assumed it was to get your stories straight.
Yeah.
That could be also Benjamin, but it's
all right, Encinas working from the stretch now, facing the right-handed hitting Reynolds, the switch hitter batting right now. The 1-0 pitch. Hit hard and foul by the Crabs dugout.
That's why those guys should be in the dugout.
Yeah.
And
we're hoping to have some kind of upgrade of the dugouts, but we were hoping to have some upgrades of the stands first. The bleachers here need
I was hoping for
more.
an upgrade of the umpire's room.
Yeah, we'd like an upgrade up here. 1-1 pitch. Line drive into left field. It's going to be
got by
in there for a base hit. Here comes 1 run to the plate. Here comes 2 runs to the plate. The 3rd run comes in. The throw to the plate, not in time. A bases clearing double by Ryan Reynolds, and the Crabs are up 5-0. Whoa, what a clutch hit.
Couldn't die for it.
A great try by Maverick Henley in left field. He dove for it. We couldn't see at first whether he'd got it, but no, it went past him. And all the Crabs scampered home. And the Crabs have now plated 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to take a 5-0 lead.
Boy, what a great 2-out RBIs.
Yeah, nothing like 2-out RBIs to make a manager smile big time. All right, here's Nick Warren, the 8th batter to come to the plate for the Crabs in the 5th inning.
Maybe it'll keep Tyson a little bit happier.
This has been a team that scores runs in bunches.
It's a real streaky team. They'll have 1 or 2 innings where
Pop up on the right side in foul
Out of play, out of
ground.
play.
The first baseman is going to run out of room. Yeah, it's been a big inning team.
yeah.
Were you here last night? Did you watch last night? Last night's game?
No. I had another ball game, and
For the first time that I can recall, the inning that the Crabs scored 5 runs, all 3 outs were made on the bases. All 3 outs.
huh.
0-1 the count now to Warren. Swings through a pitch, and it's 0-2.
I got home in time to see the Giants triple play against them.
Oh, you did see the triple play.
Yeah.
The headline today was how low can the Giants go?
Fortunately, they won today 5-3.
Nice thing. They said that that triple play was the first one in Major League history that was started by a first baseman like that. So I didn't know that. I figured
Wow.
there'd be more involved.
Yeah.
With the line drives. And
Right.
whatever.
Why would it be any more likely to line down to third or first? Either one would seem.
But I guess it's
Set up.
because the runners wouldn't go to sleep like the fellow did at third base and take off.
Maybe so. Pitch misses wide, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Warren. Crabs with 4 big runs here have broken this one open. Puff Caps have used a lot of pitchers already.
What is it?
Here's the 2-2.
Lot
Just got a piece of it, fouls it back, so we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Lot of ball game, and they're getting guys stretched out in the bullpen again.
Well, I guess he's got a lot of hurlers. He's got a number of two-way players, position players who also pitch for him.
Playing time genius.
The 2-2 pitch. Line drive into left center
That's gonna
field. That's
fall.
going to fall for a base hit. Coming around to score is Ryan Reynolds on the single by Nick Warren, and the Crabs a big 2-out feast.
Right where the bench come out to greet Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds getting a fine greeting from his Crab teammates. He drove in 3, and now Nick Warren drives in 1, and that'll bring up James Thurber, the 9th hitter this inning. Thurber looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts.
All this has happened with 2 outs. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh, this inning started innocently enough. Cirillo flew out to center, and then Hamilton walked, stole second, but Bush grounded out. So there were 2 outs and a runner on second base, and then single, hit batter, walk, double,
Oh, that's.
single.
I
And
won't say what I
here we
thought
are.
that was.
You thought a balk?
Yeah, I thought so.
That's a balk
And Cena's threw to first base, and Don Hofacker said it looked like a balk to him.
But I'm not going to criticize what my partners might not.
Line drive to
different.
center field. Center fielder Fletcher moving over and making the catch for the 3rd out. However, the Crabs come up with 5 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. And at the end now of 5 complete, it's the Crabs 6 and the Puff Caps nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480. I want to thank Don Hofacker for being with us.
Thank you very much, Gulk.
I think Benjamin's going to take over now.
Yeah.
But
Now
we
that
really
Benjamin's has a rest, he's good to go.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. I
he's had his-
always appreciate it.
We enjoyed having you, Don,
Alrighty.
very much. Always,
Alrighty.
always
Bye-bye.
welcome here. Thank you very much. So Don Hofacker, veteran umpire for the Humboldt Crabs, who comes in and gives us some insight from the viewpoint of the man in blue.
No, because it's an alternate move, 2 moves.
Aaron Herr, happy fella. Are we still on here? Yeah. Okay. Aaron Herr out for his 6th inning of work. He has given up but 1 base hit, a single, in the 5th inning. But now the Crabs have staked him to a 6-run lead, and Herr looking to pick up his 6th victory of the season.
He's been great. Only 1 hit. And now he's, as you say, up by 6.
He will be facing Connor Redmond, Alejandro Lara, and Matthew Acosta in the Puff Caps 6th inning. Crabs perhaps well on their way to a victory tonight, so tomorrow's afternoon ball game at 12:30 will be for the
looking
bragging
like it may
rights in
be
this
the
series. Huh?
Rubber game of the match,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Still a ways to go, though, only in the 6th inning.
For all the action, everybody's favorite professor, the well-shaved Benjamin Schaefer.
Thanks, Hoke. So it'll be Redmond, Lara, and Acosta for the Puff Caps. Her with a long look. Now he rocks and comes home with a breaking pitch over his head. And that will bring Thurber out to the mound. So 1-0 the count. No runs, a hit, 2 errors for the Capitalists. 6 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Crabs. I think the big play of that last inning was that line drive
Off
that
the
hit the
pitcher's
pitcher
leg.
on the hip. That was where the worm turned, as it were. And then he made the throwing error. Things went downhill from there. Popped high in the air to shallow left field. Outman coming in, Cirillo coming in. It's going to be Cirillo for out number 1. Pretty much her best start of the season considering the competition.
Yeah, he's owned them tonight.
He certainly has. And these guys are, as we were saying, these are some good ball players. So here's Lara, third baseman, who walked in his first appearance. Clouds have come in, and the chill has descended on the ballpark. It's mighty chilly. Fouled out of play. Lights are on, obviously. On 1 the count. The 0-1 breaking pitch is in there on the inside corner. 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses inside with a fastball, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Lara.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. Draw the headache. It's all good.
1-2 pitch. Way outside and all the way to the backstop.
I haven't drank enough water or whatever, but it's all good.
2 and 2 to count.
This sucks, but doctor neck all stiff.
2 and 2. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, blew that one right past him. 2 away. Had a strikeout number 1, 2, 3 for her tonight. Here's Acosta, the leadoff hitter. He's flied to center twice. Her into the windup and the pitch right over the heart of the plate for a called strike. Looked like the changeup.
Just trying to get comfortable with my seat cushions that they gave away at the ballpark. Seat cushion night.
Seat cushion 9, 0-2 the count.
Pretty thin seat cushions, I gotta
Or
say.
as I call it, landfill night at the ballpark.
Landfill night.
Here's the 0-2. Breaking pitch is way outside, 1 and 2. The 1-2. Oh, way outside, and he slaps that and fouls it up against the screen. I mean, I don't know how he made contact with that. It was very far outside. A ball and 2 strikes to count. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Crabs up by 6. And the pitch. Fastball misses down low, 1-2. The 1-2 is a high hopper in the hole on the left side and through for a base hit. So that was a pitch outside. Acosta just reached out and banged it in the left field. So he's aboard with 2 outs. Here's Hanley, 0 for 2.
Next, number 6, Maverick.
Costa short lead. Probably not going anywhere down 6-0. He takes a fastball high. One early count. Her into the windup and comes home with a fastball down and away. 2-0. Toss to first, and he throws it away, and that's going to allow the runner to go to second. So that's an error on her.
I wish we had Don up here for this half inning because the first base umpire pointed at the bag, and I'm wondering.
Oh, I thought he was pointing at the fact that the first baseman
interfered.
Yeah,
that's what I thought he was
Yeah.
doing.
I think that's
as
what
well.
he was saying, is that
Okay.
Newman interfered.
So he would have been
Yeah.
awarded second base
That's
in,
what I
in
think,
any
yeah.
event.
2-0 is a high hopper down to short. Hamilton on
Oh.
it, actually Perry on it, and he throws to first. 4 out, number 3. No runs, a hit. There was an error and a runner left, and at the end of 5.5, Crabs are up 6-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Hey folks, if you bought a program tonight from the souvenir stand, or watch a program on sale, you can go to the ballpark. Open it up to page 3. You'll see a George Peterson insurance ad.
Well,
If you have one of these numbers, you have won a surprise prize.
it's not going to happen soon, but at some point I want to try and remember.
Number 49.
When they have the games archived, do they give the dates of the games?
Number 49.
Oh, they do.
Number
Okay.
63. Head on
I
down
want
to
to see that.
by date.
I want to see that play at the plate that you thought was clearly.
Oh.
What was it? You thought he was safe and he called him out, or?
Last night.
30 seconds.
That's right, the tag. We haven't done any ads, have we?
I did a few. I did. I got up to. I did the whole first case.
The whole thing? All by yourself? What a guy.
Well, I didn't have a chance to do any more.
I know. Patty Stokeham of Remax Realty. Patty's been a Crab sponsor and supporter for more than 20 years, and she's been selling real estate for just as long. Patty will handle all the legwork for you and cover all the bases. So give her a call today at 496-3295. You can find her on Myrtle Avenue in Eureka. That's Patty Stokeham with Remax Realty. All right, bottom of the 6th. Here's Mason Cirillo. Here's Benjamin Schaefer.
Thank you, Hoke. Cirillo, 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout line out to center. Crabs up 6-0. They got 5 runs in the 5th inning. The big blow being the 3-run double by Ryan Reynolds. There's a fastball inside.
Ryan has 4 runs batted in tonight.
Yes, he does. Sacrifice fly and the aforementioned double. 1-0 pitch. Grounded over to first base. He's going to take it to the bag himself. 1 away.
So here's Hamilton, 0 for 1, but he's walked a couple of times and has scored a run.
Now batting number 34, David Hamilton.
I think most baseball people would now agree the more important statistic is
OBP.
on-base percentage rather than batting average, and yet we all still use batting average. Everybody
Yeah,
still
it's
uses
traditional,
batting
but it doesn't
average.
really count for that much. It's OBP and slugging in that order. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside, 1-0.
We still don't know the gentleman's first name on the mound, do we? Encinas, did we ever get a first name on him?
We never did, no. Fastball misses high, 2-0. He's not on the roster anywhere.
I keep looking, but he's not there. These rosters we pick up from the Facebook page or the
2-0 is a slider outside corner, 2-1.
website, I guess, not the Facebook page, the website of the Capitalists. And but obviously there have been some late additions that we were not privy to.
The 2-1 is hitting the air to left field. Handley started back on it. Now he comes in and makes the catch. So a 2 away. Here's Logan Bush. Double in 3 trips.
Batting next, number 27, Logan Bush.
Yes, he must have been an acquisition. Encinas.
Yeah, before the trade deadline.
Recent acquisition by the PUF Capitalists. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 misses inside, 1-1.
The very early days of the Crabs, when they were essentially a semi-professional team, and they go back to the tournament in Wichita in the summer, they'd pick up some ringers on the way.
Absolutely.
They'd pick up a couple of players to take with them as they made their way to Kansas.
1-1 the count. Encinas shakes off a sign. Now he sets. And the left-hander deals a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike, 1-2. We got another left-hander warming in the bullpen. And the Crabs look like they're getting somebody just starting to warm up out in their bullpen. So ball and 2 strikes the count. The 1-2. Oh, breaking pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3. Great pitch. Bush caught looking. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for the Crabs in the bottom of the 6th. They still lead 6-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
The Alibi now with 2 locations open on the Arcata Plaza to serve you. Home of the best Bloody Marys in town, large breakfast menu and weekend special. Crabs board member approved. Pub food, local microbrews, chicken wings, live music, and our breakfast menu is even better. When the Crabs play, beers are $1 off. That's the Alibi on the Arcata Plaza. And Eureka Rubber Stamp, the Eureka Rubber Stamp Company, been in business since 1954, locally owned and operated. They manufacture rubber stamps, engravings, vinyl signs, lanyards, novelty items, stencils, and more. They're located at 520 F Street in Eureka. The business hours from 8:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. All right, Crabs with a comfortable lead, 6-0 as we go into the top of the 7th inning behind Aaron Herr, who's given up but 2 base knocks in the ball game, and he'll face the middle of the order for the Puff Caps. Here's Benjamin.
Thanks, Hook. Valdez Jr. to lead it off. He's 0 for 2. And the first pitch is a fastball away. The 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Shallow. Coming in is Outman. Going out is Hamilton, and it's going to drop fair. He's on his way to second. Here comes the throw, and he's a dead duck.
All right.
Nice throw. I don't know who threw it. Do you know who
No,
made the?
I don't know who made the throw.
I don't know if it was it was
I
Perry
think it was,
or.
I thought it was Outman, but I'm not sure.
I probably think it was Outman. So it's a single, and he's thrown out 8-6. Perry was headed over there. So was Reynolds and Outman, and they all converged, and it dropped between them. At any rate, he's out at second. Risky play going to second on that with down 6-0, but here's the pitch to Doshbach. It's a slider away, 1-0. Doshbach tonight is 0 for 2. Next pitch is a fastball that misses in. 2-0.
Herb been able to do tonight what none of the Crabs pitchers really could do last night with Doshbach. He got four base knocks in last night's ball game.
Yeah, he had a good night last night, including a big double. 2-0 pitch. There's a breaking pitch that misses low, and it's 3-0. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 7th inning with the Crabs up by 6. Another night where the Crabs got most of their runs, got 5 runs in 1 inning. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle with the automatic, and it's a called strike. Three and 1 the count. That one's hit in the air to right field. Bush under it and has it. 2 outs. Here's Quintana. 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Her first pitch is a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. The 0-1. Fastball fouled up against the screen. And he's ahead of Quintana, 0-2. Now the pitcher that was warming, the left-hander that was warming out in the bullpen is now headed towards the dugout. Oh, 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch is hit up the middle and right past Perry in the center field. So second hit of the inning for the Puff Caps, and here's Fletcher, the center fielder. Fletcher tonight is 0 for 2. Runner at first, 2 outs. Her looks over at first, a short lead over there for Quintana, and the first pitch is been dirt throw behind the runner, and they almost got him, but he dives back safely. A ball and no strikes the count. Here's the pitch. Popped high in the air, shallow left field. Perry going out, Outman coming in. It's Outman under it, and he has it for the third out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, a runner left, and at the end of 6.5, Crabs are up 6-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, new pitcher on the mound for the PUF Capitalists. It's Lucas Krull, K-R-U-L-L.
Krull, a big guy, one of the biggest guys we've seen on the mound this summer. 6'7" tall. He weighs 217 pounds, and he's going to be a Razorback. He's going to Arkansas. So he is the 5th pitcher employed, 4 of whose first names we know. We never found out what Mr.
We never found out
Encinas-
what Encinas' first name is.
So the Crabs have gone all the way thus far with Aaron Herr.
There's been a right-hander warming out there, though, for the last 2 innings, I think.
They may have gone about as far as they want to go with Aaron. I don't think we've had a complete game, have we, all season?
We normally don't because they don't like to have the pitchers throw that many pitches.
Right. We had one. Jason Alexander had a complete game. That's it. And opponents, there have been 3 opponents with complete games.
So Krull will face Outman, Newman, and Perry. All of whom have to be kind of nervous because in the movie Krull, the main character named Krull threw throwing stars at people.
I wasn't aware of that movie. Krull was
Krull,
the name of the movie?
Name of the movie, yeah. And he was.
Is this a recent movie?
I think it was way back in the 80s.
Oh.
I never saw it, but I know he was mean with throwing stars.
Well, in the 80s, I had to get my parents' permission to go to that kind of movie. You know, rating was a little high for me.
Krull, yeah. So here's Outman. Outman is 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Ooh, check swing of the fastball and all the way to the backstop as it was low and outside.
Seems to be the modus operandi for these pitchers. Remember the guy who came in and hit a batter and then threw 3 wild pitches tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not so sharp tonight, the PUF Cap pitchers. Here's the 1-0, and that one's same spot, same result, all the way to the backstop. I get the impression a lot of these young guys come up here and they just overthrow the pitches. It just seems like there's a lot of pitches thrown right into the dirt as if they're just trying to throw as hard as they can. And
well,
then the release
at this
point
age,
is so low. The release point is low then, they hold on too long. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch over the heart of the plate for a called strike. 2-1. You were going to say something about.
No, I was just going to say at this stage of their career, a lot of the pitchers are more throwers than pitchers.
Yeah,
you gotta
that's
learn how to
certainly
pitch.
true. Absolutely, yeah. Even a lot of guys in the major leagues still are more throwers than pitchers. 2-1 the count. Misses away. 3-1.
Yeah, you'll see guys come up flamethrowers, but if they want to stick around in the league for a while,
A lot of times they don't.
They got to learn how to pitch.
Who's that guy that the A's brought up maybe in the 90s that was going to be the huge star? I forget his name now. He threw hard, ball 4, and another pitch in the dirt. I can't think of his name. But anyway, he never amounted to anything because all he had was the fastball.
Von Poppel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, Von Poppel.
There was a kid that the Texas Rangers brought up before that, directly out of high school, and he was going to be a phenom. His name was David Clyde, and they threw his arm out.
Yeah.
Cashing in on him because he was a huge high school star, and he was a star in Texas.
Here's Newman. He's been hit by a pitch, grounded out to first, and has scored a couple of runs. He takes a pitch. It goes off the catcher's glove, and all the way to second will go Outman as the ball goes to the backstop. That's a pass ball.
Yep.
The pitch was a ball. It was inside.
Well, former Crabs manager Shorty Ames, we were talking to him last week,
Yeah.
He was a second-round draft choice of the Atlanta Braves, and his career was ended by injury. The pitcher's life is problematic. He got what Tommy John got later. They didn't.
Really?
They had no cure at that point. He had rotator cuff. Pre-Tommy John, that was the end of your career.
The 1-0 is a breaking pitch in there to knees. 1-1. Yeah, it's not a normal motion, throwing a baseball overhand.
No, it's not.
Or a natural motion, I mean. 1-1 the count. And the pitch, breaking pitch, catches the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Nice backdoor slider there. So Outman out at second, nobody out. Crabs are up 6-0. The 1-2. Grounded over to first. He's got it. He bobbles. He tosses to the pitcher covering. Nice play by Doshbach to recover. On the play, Outman goes to third.
Good play by Krull to get over there, too.
That's right.
Just in time.
So now without Outman at third, here's Perry.
I was just going to say, when you're ahead by 6 runs or 7 runs late in the game like this, kind of the Marquis de Queensberry rules that you don't steal a base.
No.
Right? You don't steal a base. I think the same ought to apply to the crowd here, to our fans. When you're that far ahead, you don't need to ride the umpire. You got the game won.
No.
But they're giving home plate umpire
They
John
sure are,
Swanson
yeah.
some razzle-matazz, razzle-dazzle-matazz.
Here's the pitch to Perry. He has doubled, singled, and walked tonight. He's also scored a run. The pitch misses low. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That's going to go all the way to the backstop. Here comes the runner. The throw home is not going to be in time. Perry scores on the wild pitch. Seven nothing now in favor of the Crabs. And, boy, this Krull really all over the place with his pitches. A lot of pitches in the dirt. That's like a 4th or 5th one now since he's come in that's gone all the way to the backstop because he just throws them right into the dirt.
Well, a big Crab rally. We had a walk, a pass ball, a ground out
Yes.
first baseman to pitcher, and then a wild pitch.
Yep. 7th run of the game. 2-0 the count to Perry. Now nobody on. The 2-0 pitch. In the air, left center field and deep. That's going to be off the center fielder's glove as he tries to make a sliding catch and collides with the left fielder. That's going to bring Perry into second. That ball was headed for the gap, and a nice attempt by Dominic Fletcher to go into a slide and try to get it, but it glanced off his glove. So that's a double for Perry. That's his second double of the night.
They haven't gotten him out. A single and 2 doubles and a walk for Perry, and his average keeps climbing.
Oh, yeah.
Next, number 28, Ryan Reynolds.
So that means that Outman's run becomes an earned run. It was an unearned run just a few seconds ago. Here's Reynolds with Perry at second.
No, there's no errors this inning.
It was a pass ball. Perry takes his lead. Krull into the windup, and he throws it in the dirt.
So a wild pitch is an earned run, but
a
a
pass ball does
unearned.
not count against the pitcher. No, that's
Although it does not go as an error.
does
on
not
the
go as an
catcher.
error. No.
That's an oddity of scoring, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Well, it's a way of, making it clear that the runner advanced because of the catcher's mistake on a pitch rather than on a play, on a ball in play, on ball hit into play. Next pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-1.
Well, yeah. It still seems odd to me. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be an error.
There's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop's got it. Throw on the run to first for out number 2. Perry goes to third. I mean, I think you could certainly call it an error if you wanted. I think they don't because, like I said, it's a way of keeping track of mistakes the catcher makes on pitches rather than on balls that are hit in front of him or things like that.
That's a good explanation.
But it's most certainly an error, yeah, in the bigger sense.
Yeah.
So Perry over at third now with 2 outs. Here's Nick Warren. 1 for 3 with an RBI. 7-0 Crabs. Here's the pitch, and it breaks high and outside. 1-0 the count. Want to know the count. Swing and a foul tipped 1-1.
I need the mark anyway.
1-1 the count. Perry over at third.
When it comes to having a night or two, we get the papers and space on.
The 1-1 check swing and hits it foul past first base coaching box. Coaching area. There's no box over there really.
No.
There actually is. You can kind of see the grass is darker color and it's in the shape of a rectangular box.
Nobody pays any attention to it.
But
They always
coach
stand
is nowhere near it, first of all.
about 8-10 feet behind it.
1-2 the count. Next pitch misses away. 2-2.
Which is probably wise. They have no means of defense, those coaches.
I wouldn't be
Hotline
that close. I
drives,
wouldn't be that close to the
Yeah,
play. No,
yeah.
I'd be over behind first base or third base. Yep. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses inside. 3-2. Two outs. Perry over at third. Crabs have played it a run to give them a 7-0 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 3-2. Foul tipped, and the catcher couldn't hold on.
Although he has to approve, he has to see the trade clause.
Did they sing Take Me Out of the Ball Game today? I didn't hear it tonight. I was doing other
Maybe they're
stuff.
going to do it now. They haven't called the 50-50 yet. I see the little 50-50 barrel down there, so they'll probably do it in the 8th inning. But, yeah, I mean, normally they do it in the 7th inning.
Yeah. But they didn't do it, right?
We didn't do it, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm. 3-2 the count. That's got to be bad luck. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. That'll put runners on the corners with 2 outs for Thurber.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thurber tonight is 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a fly out to center. He's got Perry over at third and Warren at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high. So Kroll not particularly sharp. He's walked 2. Wild pitch. A lot of deep counts. A lot of balls all the way to the backstop. Here's the 1-0. Ooh, that's a good pitch in there. Breaking pitch that drops in at the knees for a called strike. One and one to count. And the 1-1 It's hit in the air to right field, down the right field line, and deep. The right fielder going over, and it is off the wall. Perry scores. Warren's coming around third. He will score on a stand-up double for Jacob Thurber, and that ball was almost out of here. That missed going out by maybe a couple feet at the most. That hit high on the wall to the left of the 304 sign. 9-0 Crabs. That ball just kept on carrying. Here's Cirillo. 0 for 3. So now every Crabs batter except Cirillo has been on base tonight. And maybe everybody has a hit, too. No. Newman doesn't.
Neither does Hamilton.
And neither does Hamilton. All right, Thurber out at second. 3 runs in here in the 7th for the Crabs. And now it's a blowout, 9-0. Kroll looks out at second and deals a fastball in the dirt. Want to know the count. And the pitch. Ooh, breaking pitch catches the outside corner. 1-1. The 1-1. Outside with a fastball, 2-1. Two and 1 the count. Kroll with a very long look in. Now he sets. Ooh, swing and a miss. Good slider. 2-2. The 2-2 swung and a miss. Got him. They're going to throw down a first to complete the play and do. But the Crabs get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and a runner left. And at the end of 7, they're up 9-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Let us thank North Coast Audiology. We're always working to provide our patients with the best possible care. We believe our work is an integral part of a viable Humboldt County, and we believe strongly in the 70-year history of audiology and that the field as a whole must be protected and refined by serious students and careful practitioners. You can contact Julie Kelly at 2818 Harris Street, Eureka. Give her a phone call at 443-4503. That's Julie Kelly with North Coast Audiology. We got a new pitcher on the mound, Benjamin, for the Humboldt Crabs.
Yeah, it's Jacob Gomez.
Picking up for Aaron Herr.
Who pitched excellently.
Yeah,
By
I
the
would
way.
say so. 7 shutout innings for her on his way to his 6th win of the season.
Gomez comes in with a record of 0-1 and an ERA of 4.96 in 15 appearances, 16 and a third innings pitched. And there's a fastball at the knees for a called strike. 5 walks and 14 strikeouts. This is Free, the catcher. It'll be Free, Redmond, and Laura, the bottom of the order for the Puff Caps here in the top of the 8th. They're down by 9. So Gomez just has to throw strikes. The 0-1. That's Lash right at first base. 1 away. Oh, even Don's leaving now. Can't believe it.
Oh,
Jeez.
oh, my goodness.
Look at all these people leaving the ballpark.
I'll give Don a little bit of gas. Hold on a second.
Here's Quiggle to pinch hit.
There's a fine for umpires who leave early.
And he takes a pitch outside. 1-0 to Quiggle. Quiggle played in last night's game, and he takes a fastball at the knees. He was 0 for 2 last night. A ball and a strike now the count. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 8th inning. And the next pitch is a fastball. Ooh, it just misses outside. 2-1. The 2-1 is a high hopper over to first base. Newman has it. Tosses to the pitcher covering. Actually, it's Thurber over there. Oh, it's Newman. Okay. So 2 away here in the 8th. 2 away. Here's Lara, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1. Gomez gets the sign, he sets. And comes home with a fastball in there at the belt. 0-1 the count. 9-0 in favor of the Crabs. It's been all Crabs all night. Here's the pitch. Misses away.
That's
1-1.
That's the score of a forfeit, isn't it? I mean, it's a rarity, but
Oh, I don't know that.
I think a
you may be
forfeit
correct.
is 9-0.
They get an inning.
Kevin
They get a
says
run
yes.
every inning for the forfeit. Is that the idea?
I don't know what the I would think so.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. I would have thought it'd be 1-0. Picked up by Perry. Throw to first. Inning over.
Sweet.
Puff Caps tiptoe through the 8th. Crabs lead 9-0. This is Puzzling Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, we're back. Crabs are leading 9-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be the top of the order. Hamilton, Bush, and Outman against Krull. Lucas Krull.
Oh, let's thank Badu, True Motion Fitness, a unique approach to movement health You feature muscle activation techniques, personal training, and a unique movement space, all focused on building a stronger, balanced, and stable you so you can move through life and desired activities with greater enjoyment and efficiency. True Motion Fitness, located at 901 O Street in Arcata. Give them a call at 822-3018.
So here's Hamilton. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Crabs up by 9. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, 1-0. And the problem is the Crabs are up by 9. This guy doesn't really throw many strikes.
We have a lot of walks.
So this may be an extended inning, even though we're already got a 9-0 lead. 2-0 now as the next pitch misses way outside.
Of course, we were here late last night because the ball game went 12 innings, but it really moved along quickly after the fifth.
Yeah, luckily for us, it was it moved along quickly
Exciting
after
ball
the
game.
fifth. Yeah, and it was next pitch is way outside and in the dirt. 3-0.
Well, if I were Tyson Fisher, I'd definitely give
Absolutely
David the hit sign here.
Yes, I'd tell him to swing whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just swing.
Get us out of here.
Just swing at it, kid. 3-0. Ball 4.
That's his third
Yikes.
walk of the night. He walks a heck of a lot.
He sure does, yeah. He has 27 now on the season, and I think that ties him with Outman. No, Outman has 28.
3-4, 7-0-6-0.
So here is Bush.
7-0-6-0.
He's 1 for 4 with a double.
Batting number 27, Logan Bush.
Hamilton over at first. I doubt that he's thinking about stealing. And it was lined in the center field. The center fielder's going back. He's got a beat on it and has it for out number 1. Hamilton returns to first. And here's Outman. 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a walk. 2 runs scored.
So it looks like our fans are going to have an opportunity to see who wins the rubber game of this series under conditions that couldn't be better. Day baseball.
Day baseball, the best kind of
12:30.
baseball. 12:30 tomorrow. Going to want to get here early and get a good seat.
Hey, Mariah,
They open the gates at 11:30.
do you need this?
Here's the pitch. Misses high with a fastball.
7-0-6-0.
Of course, the kids get to high five and low five the Crabs as they round third and head to home after the ball game. Run the bases. That's always fun. Have you done that?
I never have, no.
Oh.
There's a breaking pitch, misses way outside, 2-0.
At your age, it may be a little taxing, but no problem for yours truly. I love when people say yours truly.
2-0 the count. It's too long for me. I just prefer me. 2-0. Catches the outside corner of the fastball.
Well, whatever your political
2-1.
thoughts or affiliations, older folks like me got a big kick out of Vice President Biden using the word malarkey.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the,
that's an old term,
convention.
yeah.
That's an old
The
fashioned
2-1.
term.
Swung on and missed.
Hadn't heard that one in
2 and
years.
2.
That's malarkey. he said.
Orange ticket, 3-4,
Yeah.
7-0-6-0.
They're having trouble giving away money tonight. How many of these?
They've called the
numbers we can
50-50 twice, and neither ticket has
I
been.
think I think the rule is
Goes to the official scorer.
yeah.
If it's not,
After the
if,
second reading, it goes to the announcers here.
3-2 the count.
My understanding, yeah. Bring that money.
The radio, yeah. 3-2 the count. Outman over at first. Hamilton at first. Outman the batter. And the pitch. Oh, he got him. Called strike 3. Outman couldn't believe it, so he hung out for a minute. I maybe thinking he was going to change his mind. I don't know, but that's a called third strike, and Outman's gone. So 2 away, and here's Newman. Newman's walked, been hit by a pitch tonight. 0 for 2 otherwise. All right. Waves that bat over his head as he always does, and now he's ready to go. And the pitch. Way outside.
This is the second time in recent memory that the Crabs have scored big in terms of the total number of runs without a round tripper.
Mm-hmm.
And we're more likely to see one tomorrow. The air is not as heavy in the daytime.
That's right. The wind blows out here in the daytime.
So
1-0 the count. And the next pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1.
Okay, let me write it down. You can keep it together.
I should have actually played him. I maybe had a chance to win.
1-1 the count.
Yeah, like no more.
That hit him. He's not happy about it. Neither is anybody else in the ballpark. He's going to hobble down the first. Hit him on the ankle, I think. He's all right.
that's the second time tonight he's been hit.
Yeah.
He says, this is not dodgeball. What's going on here?
Well, he's been hit 8 times in a season now, and that's the most on the team. Well, that's tied for the most with Johnson. So here's Michael Perry, first and second, 2 outs.
I haven't seen Jason lean into any pitches. I mean, I think those were all legitimate plunks.
Jason doesn't. Johnson does. New Johnson leans into pitches.
Does he?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
on the elbow. He likes to get that elbow out there. Here's Perry.
Ooh, boy, I
2
wouldn't wanna
doubles, a
put my
single, and a
elbow
walk
out there.
tonight. Yeah, he's puts the forearm.
Yeah.
Gets his forearm
the
out there.
forearm is all right.
I don't think it's all that subtle myself, but he gets away with it. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-0.
Yellow. 5-2. 9-3.
Hamilton at second, Newman at first. Perry's had a good night. A couple of doubles.
3-2.
Few runs scored.
Haven't gotten him out tonight.
He's slugging the heck out of the ball. 1-0. In the dirt. 2-0. Yikes.
Yes.
2-0 the count. Now he steps off. Okay. Here we go with a count 2-0. 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, and the pitch. Breaking pitch down low. Three and 0 the count. He's swinging if he likes it, I suspect. Oh, there's a strike on the outside corner.
Well, that wasn't a pitch he wanted to swing at. I mean, that was a
No,
good pitch.
That was a good pitch. 3-1 the count. He might get one here, though. Oh, and it was a big swing and a miss, however. 3-2.
Okay, wait, take this.
The 3-2, grounded out to short. Throw to first is just in time, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. There were 2 left at the end of 8. It's up. Crabs are up by 9. Stay tuned. Last chance for the PUF Caps coming up. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
How many people?
714.
Dun, 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 dun.
At the original, it's the original area code of Orange County.
Yes, it is.
It's also the original badge of Sergeant Friday of Dragnet.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the ninth inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Puff Caps. Acosta, Hanley, and Valdez. They need 9 runs.
714 folks in the house tonight.
714.
Not that many here now.
I wonder why.
Yeah, this one got wrapped up pretty early.
Yeah, this one. They got a
Last night, a nail biter through 12. Today, a blowout 9-0.
Tonight,
That's baseball, huh? You don't know.
Crabs. Have the Crabs had a shutout this season though? Before, prior to this one, Crabs have. Actually, I don't understand this stat right here on the stat thing. I was looking at it the other day. I've never noticed it before.
I don't know.
I don't know what it means. It looks like shutout, but it doesn't make sense the way it's put up there. The first pitch is outside, 1-0, 2-0 now.
I drew multiple.
2-0 is grounded over to first base, backhanded by Newman. He will take it to the bag himself as Acosta dives, but is out nevertheless.
Boy, I sure wouldn't dive into first base with the first baseman running toward the bag. I'd worried about getting cleated in the
indeed.
hand.
Yeah,
Ouch. Especially when you're down 9-0.
I mean,
I'm all for giving up for the team.
it's valiant, but
yeah.
probably not
You
thought
got
out very
you got
well.
a college career ahead of you out there.
Yep. So 1 away. Here's Handley. Handley tonight is 0 for 3. And the first pitch is a fastball in the outside corner. 0-1 the count.
Okay, thank you.
0-1. In the air to left field. Outman going back near the warning track. He's under it, and that's out number 2. So they're down to the last out of the Puff Caps. Don't forget, tomorrow, 12:30, these two teams will meet again for what now appears almost certainly to be the rubber game of the match. Going to be a beautiful day for baseball. Should be sunny and warm. And the second to last Sunday game of the season. Here's Razzo to bat.
Orlando
Razzo
Razzo.
will bat for Valdez Jr. He played in. He came in last night's game as a pitcher.
Yes, he did.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Pitched an inning and a third last night. In fact, he got the win in last night's game. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Grounded over to first. This should do it. Newman will take it to the bag, and the Crabs have shut him out. I think that's the first shutout of the season, but I can't tell. At any rate, Crabs win it 9-0 for the Crabs. 9 runs, 8 hits. There was 1 error. The win goes to Aaron Herr. He's now 6-2 on the season. For the Capitalists, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. The loss goes to Jack Little. Crabs now are 28-14 on the season. Don't forget, tomorrow, 12:30, more Crabs baseball. Hoke, anything
All
to
right.
say?
There seemed to be a little bad blood down there with a meeting of the coaches. There was a little bit of jawing going on, but it's all resolved.
With both sides, you mean the coaches from both sides?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about. Anyhow, should be a good ball game tomorrow. We sure hope you'll be with us at 12:30. The Crabgrass Band will be here. Benjamin will be here, and so will I. And look forward to having you join us. That'll do it from the ballpark tonight. The Crabs win by a 9-0 count from my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer. I'm Hulk Holcomb, and we're rounding third and heading for home. All right, let's hope we have a better game.